We've got two teams here that like to play up-tempo, hoping to find lots of fast break points tonight, RJ.
Yeah, it could be tough when both squads have this type of speed. It makes it a little bit harder to escape the defense. And look, everybody will keep the ball locked up tight tonight.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at the point. Now here's Brooks. Pass to Bain. Oh, got a piece of it. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Moran against Russell. Here's Adams. Moran, he's open, and the baseline jumper goes down.
You can't lay off of Moran. When he's roaming around that mid-range area, you know he's ready to lock in.
Here's Edwards. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those. When it comes to the Grizzlies, a lot of this season is about erasing the memory of their playoff loss last year. It was a disappointing end to their season.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries again.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Pass to Bain. Over Edwards. Off the left rim and out. But with Memphis's 2021-2022 season, it still has to be considered a success, right?
Yeah, I think it was a successful season, but as a whole, this young team, they won their division, but the hopes were so much higher going into the postseason than just the second round.
Here's Bain. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Brooks outside. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Edwards. Here's Gobert. Second chance shot. That shot off the mark. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Pass to Brooks. Bain against Edwards. Jackson outside. Out to the right wing. From deep, Morant. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Outside Russell. Towns with the ball. Outside Edwards. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. On the wing, Bain. Morant against Russell. Count it.
Closer in, let me just tell you, Morant, he's going to find a way to score. He just has such a fantastic touch around the rim. Every night, John Morant has a hard job to do. He draws the opponent's toughest defender in each game they play. That's how talented of a scorer he is.
Now here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Back to Morant. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Well, you talk about the D Morant has to face. Yet he finds a way to get the best of most of those matchups, Richard.
He's got a very advanced offensive skill set. He can score off the bounce. He can spot up. Depending on who's guarding him, John can adapt and find any weakness.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
Now here's Russell. Boy, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Gobert. It's hauled in by Ja Morant. Memphis leading. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. So what do you think? think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game, but I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Now here's Edwards. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That's on Steven Adams. That one drops. He ties it up. Here's Morant. 55 seconds left now in the first quarter. On the wing, Bain. Back to Morant. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Bain against Edwards. Out to the wing. Here's Towns. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Gotta be careful when Jackson is lurking, more than just capable of sending it back.
From 6 feet away. Here's Adams. Bain, the pass to Brooks. Right side Bain. Another shot to the wing on the left. Brooks outside. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Grizzlies. Yeah, this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they play. Great showing from them.
Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
You know Ja Morant, such a dynamic guard. His combination of speed and creativity, that makes for some tough matchups. How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
The shot by Russell, no good.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Back to Morant, and stolen by Edwards. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Towns. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Wow, such a unique player. Towns has center size, guard handles, and a low drive into the hoop.
And about Brooks, becoming a staple in the middle of this lineup, Richard.
Plays the 2 and 3 positions on the floor and scores it really well. But most importantly, he's out there for his defensive effort and intensity. He is a versatile player that any team would love to have.
Minnesota with the ball. The Grizzlies making their last shot. Pass to Towns. From deep. The rebound by Jackson.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
From deep, Morant. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Russell finds Towns. And that's good from 17 feet. Towns has gotten his second bucket.
Just pure shooting ability from Towns. Exceptional. A big guy who can do it all on the offensive end.
Brooks outside. Now Bain. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. 4 on the clock. And it's Jackson on the take. That one drops 4. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
His instincts as a shot blocker allow Jackson to avoid blocks at the other end. He knows how to read his man and get off a clean shot.
Now here's Edwards. 5 points in the game. To the paint. And Morant with the basket on the assist by Jackson. And it's an 8-point Memphis lead.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Edwards against Bain. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Pass to Bain. Morant with it. Launches it. Towns with a rebound.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Over to the wing. Lets it fly from 18. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Now here's Morant. He's got 11. Jackson finds Morant. Russell with the rebound. The Timberwolves trail. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
For Memphis, they've gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. Outside for Morant. Morant missing again.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And this is why Gobert shoots a high percentage, because he looks to finish with strength inside.
There's 31 seconds left in the second. Here's Morant. That one a little long.
The one thing he and his coach have in common, they'll both have nightmares about this quarter. Yikes.
That puts him in the lead. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
A volume three-point shooter. The coaching staff encourages Russell to fire away.
Here's Jackson. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
Anderson inside. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. As we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Kyle Anderson is out there with Naz Reid. Then there's Taurean Prince. Then it's Jalen Noel. And it's McLaughlin in at the 1. Here's Noel. Out left to the wing. Here's Prince. And the 3 off target.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from Rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Ball stolen. Here's Noel. Well, you know it takes courage to draw charges. Guys get trucked all the time, and they still call a blocking foul. You think more of those should be no calls, Grant?
You know, BA, courage is the right word. If you're willing to step in there and sacrifice your body for the sake of the team, you know what? If you don't give them a charge, I prefer the no call. I like that idea.
Here's Aldama. Following the score by Minnesota. Here's Conchar. He buries it from 3. Conchar's got 5.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Pass to Prince. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Here's Noel. Clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Reed can't hit. Memphis leading. And here's Clark. Here's Conchar. He's got 5. Oh, he picked him clean. And they're on the run. Here's McLaughlin. And the layup is good.
And that's exactly how you attack length. I love how he doesn't lack assertiveness.
Really putting the bigger defender on his heels. I love seeing aggressive finishes like that.
Now here's Green. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Reed. Here's Noel. The double clutch. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And he drops the first.
Taking 2 shots.
And it's tied up with that one. Here's Jones. Here's Conchar. Pass to Green. Back to Conchar. Now here's Green. Shot clock at 6. In low. Oh, and Reed with a block. And they'll keep possession. Jones from outside. And again, Memphis no good. For Minnesota, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Pass to Prince. Back to Anderson. For the lead. Clark grabs the board. Memphis has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Here's Aldama. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Here's McLaughlin. And Clark with a block. Here we go. A minute 4 left in the third quarter. Outside Jones. Outside for Green. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Here's Aldama. Here's Jones. Deflected. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Clock at 6. On the wing, Conchar. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is up and in. Conchar's got 7 points for the quarter.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Here's Noel. Pass to Reed. Here's McLaughlin. Here's Prince. Nails it from 3. Prince has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
And here's Clark. Jacks up a 3. And the basket by Aldama. He's got 5.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Grizzlies out in front, leading by 4. And we're just moments away from the start of... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a 6th sense.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together, and it's Brooks in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. He gets it in there.
And I have no clue how he got that one to fall, pulling some magic in the midair and torturing the defense in the process.
Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
Here's McLaughlin, pounded by Morant. Back to Prince. Here's Noel. Grizzlies with the rebound. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Jackson, the pass to Brooks. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
We talk about Jackson's elite shooting for a big, but this is the other thing that he can do when his mindset is to attack.
On the wing, Noel, guarded by Bain. Here's McLaughlin. Off the mark there with a 3. Memphis shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Pass to Brooks. And here's Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
And whenever Adams is aggressive on offense, it helps big time, especially when he's dunking it hard inside.
Here's Noel, guarded by Bain. Outside, Anderson. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. And so it's Memphis with it. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. Brooks outside. Fires from the corner. Here's Adams. Lays it up and banks it in.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
Bain against Edwards. Shot to stop the run. Out of bounds. It'll be Grizzlies ball. If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Pass to Brooks. Drops in the layup for 2. And now it's a 12-point Grizzly lead.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
And Edwards slams it in.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Jackson outside. Back to Brooks. Down low. Tipped. Outside McDaniels. Kept alive by Minnesota. Right wing. Towns for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Oh, you love to see that kind of vision from Gobert. As much attention as he draws from the D, there's bound to be an open man, and he just got to find it.
Here's Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, there's nothing more fun than putting a big guy on a poster. That is the definition of an aggressive play.
Morant against Russell. Over to the left wing. Outside Morant. On the wing, Brooks. Just 5 on the clock. To the left side wing. Outside Morant. The 3 is up. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Here's McDaniels. And that one hits the back iron. And here's Morant. Pass to Bain. McDaniels against Brooks. Here's Bain. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
And here's Morant outside. And we're going to have a jump ball. And they get it back. Jackson, the pass to Morant. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Adams finds Morant. Back to Brooks. Out to the wing. From behind the arc. And no good. And so it's Memphis winning this one. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or the...
We are in for a treat in this matchup, Greg, with two conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
Here are the five for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. Stolen by Jackson. Inside, here's Leonard. He doesn't hit that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Morant passes to Bain. Morris against Jackson. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
With the ball on the string, John Morant is toying with the defense. Beautiful.
Jackson kicks to George. And Adams sends it back. Jackson against Morris. It's Morant in the corner. Brooks dishes to Morant. Paul George with the steal. To the middle, here's Morris, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
That's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves, and we'll just see what he does here at the line.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's Morant. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Morant's got his second bucket of the game to go.
It breaks down your defense when John Morant gets in the lane. You want to force him outside.
Jackson passes to Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
And Kawhi Leonard with multiple finals MVPs, putting him in elite company.
GA, not many guys have done it ever. The only other current players, KD and LeBron. That should tell you just how special the Claw is.
Just 5 on the clock. Morant with a wide open look from outside off the mark.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
And that one's good, George.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Even though he was dealing with a taller defender, he got big and got the job done.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Taylor Jenkins and I shared a few minutes today. He was worried about their interior defense. He doesn't want them getting gutted in the paint. He told his players, look, they're going to score, but we've got to make it difficult on them to give ourselves a chance to win. Guys, let's see if they can follow that advice.
Thank you, David.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
Morant looking around and finished off by Morant.
Look at the handle. Gets through the D and then powers it home.
Such a pretty move inside. Clark, how do you stop that? Now here's Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Brooks kicks to Jackson. Pass to Bain. To the left wing. Out to Brooks. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Morris. Rebounded by Jackson.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Now here's Morant for three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Inside, here's Zubac. And the rejection by Jackson. Morant with it. Leonard picks him up. Jacks up a three. And it's Morant missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Leonard against Brooks. Leonard the pass to Morris. Leonard on the wing. To the inside. It's stolen by Adams. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Some nice passing there by Memphis. That gives them the lead.
A stellar shooter from downtown. All Bane needs is a little space, and he's ready to fire.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. Grizzlies with the rebound. John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Grizzlies.
For me, it's all about playing downhill. They've been making it look easy to find penetration in this one, attacking the lanes and forcing the issue with the D.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard.
What strength from the seasoned veteran. Leonard loves going at defenders and scoring on them.
Nice move and finished off by Morant.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Jackson with it. He's picked up by Morant. George passes to Jackson. Over Bane. In the corner, it's Morris. Just 4 to shoot. Leonard, that's for 2. Rebounded by Jackson.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
And part of the Grizzlies' breakout 21-22 campaign, the emergence of Jaren Jackson Jr.
Triple J, GA, missed most of the 2021 season with a knee injury he sustained in the bubble. When he was back at 100% for the Grizz, he provided serious rim protection, plus the ability to hit a 3.
Jackson kicks to Bane. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Bane's got the lead up to 4 now for the Grizzlies.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Morris throws it down.
Just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
Bane finds Adams, and it's Brooks in the corner. Morant passes to Brooks. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
With the ball in his hands, Ja draws so much defensive attention. Got his teammate a clean look.
Jackson dishes to George. Releases. The Grizzlies pull it in. Brooks outside. Outside, Bane. Out to Morant. Fires from deep. It doesn't go for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way. George with the ball. Now defended by Bane. Dives for it.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's space and then go and corral that backboard.
Out to the right wing. Jackson down low. Morris is there. Here's Morant. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Clippers trail by 4. And George kicks to Leonard. Outside for George. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got 7 points. You look at the current stars in the league, Steve, and team compositions, it seems like the big man is truly back. Is it because he can do more things than just play down low?
Definitely, Kevin. They can dominate with their size, with rebounding and manning the paint offensively and defensively. But then now you have guys that can get out, start the break, finish the break, and knock down threes. What a night for John Morant, showing off that versatility, and he's relentless at the offensive end.
Outside, George. Here's Zubats. Another shot. Grizzlies with the rebound. Baines got his 4th rebound in this one. Morant finds Brooks. Jackson against Morant. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Memphis with it. 3-point lead. 6 on the shot clock. Morant up for 2, and it's good off the back rim and in. Morant's got 6 in the quarter. Clippers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Outside, George fires the 3, and they recover it. No good that time. And Memphis the other way now. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Brooks. And Adams kicks to Jackson. The 3 from Morant. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Defense throws everything at George, but he persists and finds a shot.
And George drops them both. 5 seconds left now here in the second. Back to Morant. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Grizzlies, thank you, David, and we'll be back. As we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Guys, John Morant has been sensational.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
And these weren't just putbacks and alley-oops. He was roaring to the rim and finishing.
We've got Green. Clark is out there with Tyus Jones. And it's Conchar in at the shooting guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Ball against Jones. And the foul called on Brandon Clark. That is his first foul of the game.
First team.
Here's Wall. He feeds it to Batum. And it's blocked by Clark.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Green passes to Aldama. Pass to Conchar. Shot clock at 6. Sinks that one from the post. Aldama's got the lead up to 5 now for the Grizzlies.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Wall. Outside for Batum. Back to Wall. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Pass to Conchar. Back to Jones. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul.
First place of the foul. First team foul.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Covington with the steal.
That's going to drive your coach crazy. Protect the basketball. He lost focus for 1 second. There goes the possession.
Powell down low. Back to Wall. 5 to shoot. And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Grizzlies on defense. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. There's the steal. Down low. Here's Aldama. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Aldama's got 4 this quarter.
The veteran presence of Danny Green keeping his eyes up, finding his teammate wide open.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
Clippers trail by 7. Left side, Wall. Lays it up and banks it in. Wall's got his first basket.
And I just love the way Wall kind of knifes through that defense. He is masterful at slashing to the rim.
Now here's Green. Tight defense on him. Batum with the steal. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. And the Grizzlies leading by 5.
You know what makes Nicholas Batum indispensable? When they need him in the paint, he's there. When they need him on the perimeter, he's there.
Clippers shooting a meager 37% for the game. All with it. Now Green defending. A shot by Batum. No good. Here's Conchar. Guarded by Powell. Aldama passes to Conchar. Drills it from outside. Conchar's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And with Batum, his versatility, he has earned him a lot of minutes over his career.
Kevin, reason why? When you got a guy who can guard a wing and get you points in the paint, that'll always get you some floor time.
The pass to Aldama. And the wide open shot from Green. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Takes it out to Covington. Feeds to Batum. It's Clark with the rebound. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Here's Conchar. Powell with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Wall's running. Dishes it to Batum. Banked in off the glass.
And just taking pride in being their leader. These passes show Wall wants to make his teammates better.
Jones up top. Guarded by Powell. Green passes to Conchar. 6 to shoot. From the arc. They get it back. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
After all these years, Danny can still get up and pull down rebounds and then makes good on the second chance opportunity.
And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Jackson kicks to Zubac. Bain against George. The rebound by Steven Adams. Now Morant. The Grizzlies with another miss. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. Morant passes to Bain. Out to Morant. Left side Jackson. Morant outside. Here's Brooks. Here's Adams. And the shot is long. Clippers trail by 7. George finds Jackson. Back to George. Outside Leonard. Back to George. The 3. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Adams the pass to Morant. From past the arc. Morris with the rebound. Jackson kicks to George. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Memphis.
It's easy for me. Look at their defensive effort all game. The block total shows their commitment to contesting shots.
And another difference maker for them has been their opportunistic defense. They are really piling up the steals in this one.
When you think of Dylan Brooks, his energy stands out. A guy who gives you everything he has.
He hits both from the stripe. Clippers trail by 8. On the wing, Jackson. Guarded by Morant. Nobody near George. His 3-pointers off the mark. For Memphis, they've gone 0-3 to start the 4th quarter. Jackson against Morris. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Second team.
On defense, the Clippers. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits him.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline. And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Morant left side. Bain with it. Leonard picks him up. Memphis moving it around. Out to Brooks. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Bain pulls up. And it's off the back rim. No good. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And it's Leonard missing. Bain looking around. Morant against Morris. Morant passes to Brooks. The 3. Zubac trying to break loose. And it's Morant missing. Clippers trail by 10. George with the ball. And it's George finishing it off.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
Morant outside. Fires the 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Morant's got the lead up to 11 now for Memphis.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Grizzlies.
They had to battle for this one. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Ja Morant.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
and so they choose to intentionally foul.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Here's Morant. It's Brooks on the wing.
You know what Kawhi brings to the table defensively. He can switch 1 through 5.
And that one drops.
Well, you like how aggressive he is, making a play at the rim against length.
And let's forget the height disadvantage. He brings the effort, and he brings the energy.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us.
Get ready for the NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for spending your Saturday afternoon. Here we go. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the one. Russell, that's good.
Well, you know, this is just who Russell is, in my opinion, guys. A very assertive and confident player who looks to score the ball as much as he can.
Jackson, the pass to George. He shoots. Cans it with nobody near him.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Something you can't put a price tag on, the Minnesota Timberwolves gained last season. Playoff experience, young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
The offensive rebound. Here's Gobert. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Just an aggressive move by Gobert, protecting the possession and getting the second chance look.
Russell against Jackson. George for three. The rebound by the Timberwolves. So, Clark, would you say playoff experience also raises your regular season play?
I don't think there's any question about it. Yeah, I never had a chance in my short career to play in the playoffs, but I covered a bunch of them as a broadcaster. There's a different electricity. There's a different intensity. There's a different feel in the locker room. You learn not to back down. You learn to work through adversity, and you learn to play under pressure.
No good on the second free throw.
How about the work ethic of Anthony Edwards? Not to mention that linebacker build and the sweet shooting stroke. But what he wants most is to see his team succeed. That's what you love about AE.
Here's Russell. The shot, no good. And Los Angeles the other way now. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Back to George. Over Edwards. And George with the basket on the assist by Leonard. George has gotten his second bucket of the game. Edwards against George. Edwards, the pass to Towns. Back to Edwards. Pass to Russell. Three-pointer. Another miss by Minnesota. The Clippers have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. For three, George. McDaniels with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Russell, the pass to McDaniels. The Clippers grab the miss. Pass to Leonard. George with it. And here's Zubats. 5 on the clock. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Can't get the go-ahead bucket. Edwards with it. Guarded now by George. Shot is good by Edwards.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
Jackson outside. Leonard outside. Pass to Morris. Now Zubats. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Can't get it to fall. The Timberwolves have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start.
You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity.
And the basket is good.
And this is where you get Gobert the ball. With his size and length, he's so tough to stop from there.
Jackson outside. George against Gobert. Here's Zubats. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Edwards. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Edwards has got 5 points.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. The Clippers trail. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Jackson, the pass to Morris. Oh, the slam! Dunked by Morris.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen. Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Morris passes to Jackson. Leonard, right side. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Timberwolves ahead. They're up by 5. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Pass to Towns. Plenty of space. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
You want to talk about length? Gobert's arms go on forever. A major threat for putback slams.
Russell against Jackson. Out to Leonard. The 3. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 5th rebound of this one. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
You know, with all the dunkers out there, some players make sure they don't end up on too many posters. Grant, you ever make a business decision?
Yeah, you know, I made a few business decisions through my career. Look, as a competitor, you want to make sure that you can play defense, give it your all, contest at the rim when you feel that you can. But when someone like a Vince Carter in the midst of insanity, that's when you make a business decision. And that's a smart decision.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Outside Edwards. Knocked loose. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Just 4 to shoot. And Edwards slams it in.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Kicks it to George. Pass to Leonard. Fires the 3. The shot that time not on target. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. To the middle. Here's Zubac. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the point.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
So it can't get either to fall for Minnesota. They've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Outside for Russell. Takes the 3. Fires in the triple. Russell's got 5 points.
You know, you look at Russell, and the green light is always on from there for him. And he shoots it with confidence.
Here's Leonard. And Leonard throws it down hard.
Hey, look at this, guys. It was like once he was in the air, he was staying in the air. It was just incredible. What hang time.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, with the yearly roster moves, it might be hard for the casual fan to keep track. But Commissioner Silver said it's a necessary side effect. He said, quote, "We tried to tie performance to pay in a closer way, and I think that's what you see with shorter contracts." Brian, more player movement has been the result.
Yeah, good point, Allie. Thanks. George outside. To To the inside, Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
You know, after averaging just 1 assist per game as a rookie, George has really upgraded his passing game.
Edwards against George. Back to Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Elbow shot. The shot misses. And Los Angeles the other way now. Out to Leonard. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. Towns with the ball.
This is Gobert going to work. I mean, he knows the inside contact can't stop him.
Here's George. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And he knocks down the first one. George hits them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
It's Edwards on the wing. George defending. Towns for 3. Here's Gobert. Outside for Russell. The 3 is up. On target from range. Russell's got 8.
You know, with good form, a quick release, and a nice feel, Russell's comfortable in catch and shoot situations.
Jackson outside. Pass to George. And stolen by Edwards. McDaniels against Jackson. Edwards for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. George outside. Leonard for 3. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. Valley as always, thank you. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You look at Rudy Gobert in this game, he's been everywhere.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. Robert Covington is out there with Nicholas Batum. And it's Man in at the 3. Small forward. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
I know, it just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Here's McLaughlin. Wall covering. Here's Reed. Kicks it out to Anderson. The shot comes out. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's Covington. Uneasy, 2 on the layup. Covington's got his first basket.
Man, I'm impressed by the level of concentration Covington has on these difficult finishes. I mean, in this league, you have to get used to making shots despite being bumped a little bit or being challenged at a high level.
Yes, it's good.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now here's Wall. Pass to Batum. Oh, and Reed with a block. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Shot clock at 5. And Kyle Anderson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Oh, sweet move. Lets it go from deep. Reed with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Anderson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Well, the Clippers shooting a rough 29% from the field here. Here's Mann. Anderson covers. Here's Covington. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight. And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Here's McLaughlin. Reed in the post. Batum's on him. And it's McLaughlin missing. They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit. Far from just a perimeter shooter, I like seeing Batum go to work in the painted area.
Minnesota has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Pass to Reed. Shakes him. A slam dunk by Reed.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Out to Powell. Launches a 3. Prince grabs the miss. The Timberwolves have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Here's McLaughlin. Powell covers. Back to Anderson. Over Covington. Here's Reed. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That'll belong to John Wall.
Almost converts despite the contact.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And the Clippers call time here.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating for a coach than seeing his team give up a bunch of second chance points because oftentimes that points to a lack of effort. That's got to be the main topic of conversation during the timeout.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. Out to Leonard. Puts up a 3. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Leonard's got 5 points.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the years from Leonard has been incredible, especially his three-point shooting.
Russell from outside. And it's McDaniels off the drive. Jackson against Russell. Here's Gobert. Pass to Towns. Tries again. He squares up and sinks it. Towns just got his first bucket in this one.
You know, Towns would rather shoot the 3 or post you up, but he's good enough as a shooter that the mid-range is effective for him too.
And it's going to be a 3-second call.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Outside Russell. The shot. It's stolen by Leonard. Morris outside. Inside. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist from Morris. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Count on Leonard to not get held back by the contact. He goes right through it to get his shot off.
Russell to pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And the lead scorer demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Here's Leonard. Drives to the hoop.
That hoop is what makes Kawhi so lethal. I mean, you have to respect the outside shot, but he can also take it right to the basket.
Pass to Russell. Here's Edwards. Oh, misses the dunk. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves now holding a 12-point lead at quarter. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Here's Edwards. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Russell in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup from Minnesota.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Jackson outside. Pass to George. Leonard outside. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Some really tough defense inside, but Leonard won't back down. I mean, he's just scrappy. He wants to make the defense work twice as hard.
The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Back to Russell. Launches it. Offensive rebound. Timberwolves. It's good on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
One of the many skills that Towns brings every night is his offensive rebound.
Here's George. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Outside Edwards. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Towns passes to McDaniels. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Morris finds George. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's on Anthony Edwards.
George knows how to get his man to overcommit and off balance so he can draw the foul. He's got a number of sneaky veteran tricks that he effectively uses.
Here's Russell. Outside Edwards. Over George. Edwards can't hit. The Clippers shooting 40% from the field in this one. Here's Leonard. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight.
It's so easy to see why Leonard's teammates feed him so much. Once he gets going, watch out.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
First team foul. At the line for Minnesota.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Edwards. And the Clippers have possession. It's a 10-point game. George for 3. Fires for 3. Morris for 3. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Outside Edwards. That one up and powers it through.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rack.
Kicks it to George. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Zubac passes to George. Clock at 2. Jackson outside. No good with the triple. The Timberwolves have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Outside Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Russell. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. The Clippers running out of time. Leonard outside. Back to Jackson. Beyond the arc. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Pass to Russell. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Edwards. And the tip in on the offensive boards. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Timberwolves.
And a big part of their success was the second chance buckets they secured tonight.
Yeah, it's just proof that being aggressive on the boards can pay game-winning dividends.
And a of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Rudy Gobert.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight, a force on both ends.
Shot is good by Edwards.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Left side, Russell. Pass to Edwards. Shoots from the line.
Love the fact that Paul George expends great energy at both ends of the floor. He's a rangy defender who's extremely disruptive.
Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
Doris, the quickness both of these teams possess should make this an interesting game. We could see a lot of transition play.
Neither of these teams is going to be under duress of the shot clock. I am curious to find out which team not only plays quickly, but does so without turning it over. That maximizes their possession. That team, I think, has a real shot of winning this basketball game.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Brooks in at the small forward position. 4 on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity. And Towns finishes inside.
This is what you get when you combine size and touch. Karl Anthony Towns in the paint, that's good.
Morant passes to Bain. Back to Morant. Pass to Bain. Kicks it to Brooks. Here's Morant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
And that speaks to Morant's fearlessness. Even amongst the trees, he is confident, looking to score with the ball.
Now here's Edwards. And it's Morant with the rebound.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
And Karl Anthony Towns said he believes that he is the greatest big man shooter of all time. What do you think?
Well, Kev, I think a guy by the name of Dirk Nowitzki might have a thing or two to say about it, but I love Karl Anthony Towns' attitude. You have got to believe in your skills if you're going to have the kind of success that Cat has had in this league, and we know he is lethal from deep.
Now Morant. After D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. Morant kicks to Brooks. Morant with it. Working on McDaniels. Jackson has the open look. Connects from three-point range.
And he's proven he can make this shot. Jackson, the D has to respect his range better than that.
Edwards looking it over. Over to the left wing. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Morant right side. And it's sent back by Russell.
Well, that's the energy and effort that D'Angelo Russell brings on the defensive end. This guy has got the ability to be a factor there. Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Now here's Jackson. Now here's Morant. Outside Jackson. Back to Morant.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Over Russell. Morant with another miss.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
No, sir. Jackson Jr.'s shot blocking abilities are why he was a top 5 pick back in 18.
Now here's Morant. outside for Jackson. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Jackson's got 6.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Doris, one thing that stood out about the Timberwolves last season was their fast-paced play.
No doubt, Kevin, and you can trace that directly to the head coaching position of Chris Finch. This is a group that loved to push the basketball up the floor, wanted to catch defenses before they had a chance to dig in the half court. And remember, that is the classic mark of a youthful team, particularly one with the athleticism that Anthony Edwards brings.
And here is Bain after Jaren Jackson made that last three-pointer.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Morant after D'Angelo Russell's miss. From deep. And it's Morant missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Bain kicks to Adams. Jackson dishes to Adams. Back to Jackson. And stolen by Russell. Bain against Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell, he can impact winning with both his scoring and his passing. Morant
passes to Bain. A three ball. Oh, he nailed it.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We come back right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip. Can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Here's Edwards. Out to Russell. Back to Edwards. Russell against Morant. Pulls up. High post. That one's good. And the Grizzly lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Russell.
Well, this is a main strength of D'Angelo Russell. When he gets room to shoot from the mid-range, there's no hesitation.
Morant scanning the floor. Back to Bain. Outside Jackson. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He's such a strong finisher in the paint.
Russell finds Edwards. Back to Russell from 20 feet out. And too long on the shot.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Memphis moving that ball around. Now here's Morant for 3. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
Oh, pretty stroke on Morant's long-range bomb there. When he's knocking down the shot from deep, he can be lethal.
Edwards kicks to McDaniel. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, and it's no good. Payne for 3. And again, gets the Grizzlies from deep. Greg, you look at a player putting up big numbers on a losing team. how do you determine if those are quality numbers, so to speak?
You know, Kevin, it's a great question because somebody's going to put up points or collect rebounds or get assists. So, you know, you look at efficiency, you look at effort, and there's no doubt that you can have winning players on losing teams.
Brooks, the best of Bain. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists now in this one.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Knocks it loose. And the Grizzlies leading by 16. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Morant right side. Jackson kicks to Brooks. On the wing, Bain. 5 on the clock. The tray. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
McDaniels passes to Towns. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group.
Guys, certainly I admire the basketball skill of Karl Anthony Towns, but I admire as much his willingness to play through adversity over the course of his career.
The Timberwolves shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The free throw drops from McDaniel. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Jones. 36 seconds left in the first half of the game. Pass to Concho. Lets it fly. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
That's tipped. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. It's the Grizzlies ending the second.
12, the Grizzlies, 29.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Desmond Bain.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Jones, and it's Aldama in at the power forward. Tillman. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Tillman's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Grizzlies. Here's Noel. To the paint. Jones looking for an opening. Aldama passes to Green. No good on the three. Timberwolves trail by 19. Prince wide open. And a miss there on the triple.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
The pass to Jones. Here's Conchar. Here's Aldama. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Jones for three. A shot off that time. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. McLaughlin, the pass to Noel. Minnesota again turning it over. Memphis leading by 19.
Hey, yo, right here.
Outside, Jones. Here's Eldama. Defended by Anderson. Passes to Concho. On the wing, Green. This one for three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Anderson outside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Anderson's got his first points of the night.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Jones kicks to Green. Back to Jones for three. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist.
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
Here's McLaughlin. Defended by Jones. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Pass to Green. Back to Jones. An easy 2 points on the layup. Jones has got 5.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Pass to McLaughlin. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. .149 left to play here in the third. Russell against Jones. Here's Concho. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Hey, yo, right here.
To the middle. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. On the wing, Jones. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds in this game. 1:10 left in the third quarter of the game. And they get it back. McDaniels finds Towns. Clock at 6. And there's the drive. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Edwards with the stop.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
34 seconds left in the third. Green dishes to Jones. They kick it out to Green. Takes the 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards. Always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic.
And the Grizzlies leading by 19. On the wing, Green. Here's Concho. The Grizzlies with another miss. Here's Edwards. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter.
And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Morant passes to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Brooks, that's a two-pointer. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 17. Russell kicks to Edwards. That's tipped. Bane with it. And there's the pass to Morant. From deep. It's hauled in by Edwards.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Towns. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Towns against Jackson. Back to Bane. Morant right side. And Morant throws it down.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Towns with the bucket.
It's not just the three-point shooting. It's the range three-point shooting. Towns will fire from anywhere.
Morant passes to Bane. Memphis moving that ball around to the inside. Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Here's Edwards. No good on that one. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Morant outside. Fires from deep. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Russell. Out left to the wing. Gobert with the pass to McDaniels. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Boy, Rudy Gobert, usually the recipient of that kind of pass. That was nicely done, Rudy.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Brooks finds Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Some power coming from the PG.
That's right. GA seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Grizzlies.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
It's stolen by Edwards. Here's Towns. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a 13-point game. Inside, nifty move. And it's laid in by Brooks. Brooks has got his first basket of the night.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Grizzlies.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Jaren Jackson.
Boy, his defense is what stood out to me. There was a no-fly zone around this guy all night. He
Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Wow. .29 seconds left in the game. Morant dishes to Brooks. 6 to shoot. Morant kicks to Bane. Memphis the rebound. Adams the pass to Bane. Back to Jackson. Passes it to Bane. Brooks feeling it out a bit. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
NBA on 2K Sports. And Grant, we've got two teams here that don't need to rely solely on their starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at center. Outside Moran. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
So explosive coming off the screen. Morant is sudden and deadly.
And it's the Clippers' ball. Jackson outside. Out to Leonard. Pass to Morris. 5 to shoot. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
So smooth. The little pump fake, get the defender in the air. As if Leonard wasn't hard enough to cover, he's adding that to his game.
The last couple of seasons, the Clippers have shot the lights out from deep, Brett.
Oh, man, they've been unbelievable. Over 41% back in that 21 season. That led the NBA. So they got a nice collection of shooters on this Clippers team, and it helps that you have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard play to create great shooting opportunities. So lots of guys that can hurt you from deep.
We've watched Morant get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
Jackson outside. Kicks it to George. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
The defense is pretty close to Paul George, but not close enough as he powers right past him.
Outside Morant. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Zubac. Now the Clippers with it. George with it. He's picked up by Bain. George, good.
You got to have just great ball control when you're making a move like that, and Paul George definitely has the handles.
Bain, the pass to Morant. From deep. The shot comes out, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Bain, the pass to Jackson. The Clippers grab the miss.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense. That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Adams, the pass to Jackson. From the arc. It's rebounded by Zubac. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Pass to George. Back to Leonard. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
Kawhi operating in the painted area. So tough to stop.
Here's Morant. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
And the standout skill of Paul George is the fact that on both ends of the court, he's going to affect the outcome of the game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move, like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
And George is the kind of versatile player that every team is looking for, Brett.
Yeah, BA, with all of that experience, he's able to switch on so many different guys, and he understands what it is they're trying to do. And then on the offensive end, he just scores in a myriad of ways. He's hitting threes, he's driving, he's dunking, he's making plays. PG, the complete package.
Morant, and it's good. 2 points. He has 7.
The quick feet of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Jackson for 3. Here's George. And George with the jam.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, BA.
Hey, little exclamation point. Down low. Brooks, the pass to Bain. From deep, Morant. It's rebounded by Morris. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Leonard passes to Jackson. Count that one.
Jackson loves getting into the lane and trying to draw guys in and take a few bumps.
Memphis has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. For 3, George. Can't hit that one. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point. That's the group for the Clippers starting second. First free throw is good.
The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
And the Jacksons, just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Brad.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berrys, including our own colleague Brent. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire.
Morant, the pass to Brooks. Oh, George with a steal. Morris, left side. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
Memphis trailing here. To the middle. And stolen by Leonard. George, right side. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Jackson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Man, that one looked good all the way. Paul George from deep range.
Here's Morant driving to the basket. And then Morant with the dunk.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
And the foul on Jaren Jackson. That'll be a second foul of the game.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
George drives in, and the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Granted, it's a shooter's league, and we're seeing more and more big men float out to the perimeter and knocking them down.
Well, B.A., the game has evolved, and the shooting, particularly from the bigs, is fantastic. But, I wish the bigs had a little bit more diversity. I don't mind shooting from the perimeter, but every once in a while, go mix it up and take advantage of your size mismatch in the paint.
Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Morant against Jackson on the wing. Bain. Jackson, pass to Morant. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make and 9 tries so far.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in a zone, he stays aggressive.
Jackson outside. Pass to George. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
They're punishing punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Outside Bain. On the wing, Brooks. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Clippers. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Jackson, the pass to George. Crafty move, and George with the jam.
George playing with purpose, and he is in attack mode.
And here's Adams. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him.
Man, good whistle there.
That free throw misses. So he comes up empty, missing both.
Well, Adams has his struggles at the free throw line, but he's making strides in that area and still has work to do.
Jackson, the pass to George. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's good from George.
You look at the massive hauls that have been received in the trades with Paul George. That should tell you how valuable PG is. You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
On the wing, Bain. Over George. Bain, no good.
Maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Leonard finds Jackson. Back to Leonard. Lets the 3 fly. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 8 assists here tonight. Moran against Jackson. Pass to Bain. Back to Moran. 6 to shoot. Jackson for 3. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
With the 7-footer. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Now here's Jackson. Out to Leonard. Denied by Moran. They retain possession and stolen by Bain. 30 seconds left to play in the half. Here's Adams. And a nice finish on the layup.
And a lot of times Adams only looks to shoot from that area on the floor. Really knows the limitations in his range.
George outside. He takes it in. And George with the jam.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Pass to Bain. Up top, Brooks. This one for 3. Can't get it to drop. Paul George. He's field. Thanks, Allie. After the break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Paul George has been sensational.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins. They've got Danny Green. John Conchar is out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Xavier Tillman, and it's Aldama in at the 4.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Powell outside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
There's an underrated scoring aspect to Norman Powell and what he can do. He can drive, get inside, or he can knock down the jumper. That's a tough cover.
And so Powell nails them both. And the Grizzlies shooting is around 55% so far. Jones in the post. Wall covering. Takes the three. The shot won't fall. And the Clippers will come the other way. They led by as many as 18.
And Terrence Mann, after being a role player in his first couple of seasons, we're starting to see him get a larger chunk of duties for this team.
Pass to Aldama. And here is Green. Here's Aldama. Back to Green. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up on Robert Covington.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And Brent Terrence Mann has embraced the added responsibility.
Yeah, he plays a great combination of the 2 and the 3 spot. I just love the confidence that Terrence Mann is building, becoming more of a scorer and becoming more of an attack threat. He came in as a pass-first guy. Now he doesn't pass too many of those opportunities up.
Here's Wall. Pass to Batum. Counted. Batum's got his first points of the night.
You can trust Wall to find those openings. He's a talented distributor who wouldn't miss that chance.
Here's Tillman, guarded by Batum. Here's Conchar. And yep, it's good. Conchar's got 5 points now this quarter.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Up top, Wall. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. The three, Covington. The Grizzlies pull it in. On the wing, Green. Pass to Tillman. Back to Green. The three ball. Buries it from three.
This is what Green brings to the offense, the unwavering confidence to rise up and hit threes.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Wall. Rebounded by Green. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. The three. The shot no good. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Wall. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
What an effort from Wall on the play, refusing to let the foul stop him from taking the shot.
That one misses. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Pass to Tillman. Now here's Jones. Here's Aldama, covered by Covington. Just 5 to shoot. Aldama, no good. The Clippers have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Here's Wall. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. And the Clippers lead by 10.
And it felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Robert Covington. That'll be a second foul of the game. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
His man. And he goes in for the dunk.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Pass to Conchar. The Clippers grab the miss. Left side Wall.
I just love that alley-oop slam.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Here's Tillman. Outside Jones. From downtown. Batum pulls it in. Los Angeles has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Out to Covington from deep. Drains the triple. Covington's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
To the paint. Oh, deflected.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Memphis has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Bain, the pass to Adams. Can they get it? Kicks it out to Jackson. 4 seconds left. 1 second left. And so it's Los Angeles ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. It hasn't. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammates.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Jackson, pass to Leonard. And he makes it.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Well, Memphis shooting the ball at 43% from the field. Morant, the pass to Bain. Jackson with a screen on George. Oh, there's the alley. Jackson gets the bucket.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
The Clippers have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Jackson against Morant. Morris left side. 3-pointer. Yes. And a nice assist from Jackson. Morris has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Morant finds Adams. Deflects the pass. Ooh, Morris with a steal. Now Jackson. Morris outside. Pass to George. It's George on the wing. Morris outside. 4-3. 6 on the shot clock. Elbow shot on the way. George, no good.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
And it's Morant off the drive. And then Morant with the dunk.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Leonard's shot's good.
Kawhi Leonard's game is just so special. He's so talented at getting to his spots, doing it with patience and poise, and capitalizing.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Jackson with it. Leonard for 3. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. And he's going for the lob. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Payne against George. And here's Morant outside. Pure from 3-point range. Morant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Morant doesn't need the three-point shot to be effective. There's so much more to his game, but when it's dropping, he's lethal.
Leonard passes to Jackson. Off target from outside. And stolen by Leonard.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Clippers.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Kawhi Leonard.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and a wrecking ball on both ends.
To the inside. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Launches a three. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Fourth foul of the game.
First two.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
And again, no good by the Clippers. Adams up top. From deep, Morant knocks down the long J.
He's been shooting with great consistency tonight. Love to see that confident play on offense.
So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do.
Tip-off goes to Minnesota. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the one.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
And stolen by Russell. And now the Timberwolves on the break. A nice shot by McDaniel.
just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Strategy is going to be a big part of the outcome tonight. We'll see which team dictates the style of play.
Zubats, that's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Great find by Leonard. When the offense runs through you time and time again, you have to become a good playmaker.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Now here's Jackson. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Leonard. Zubats trying to break loose. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Jackson.
You see the focus from Kawhi. When he's deep inside, he's locked in on scoring.
Outside, Russell. Back to Edwards. The turnaround. Kept alive.
You see how seriously Gobert takes rebounding. Just getting after it. Great activity.
Outside Jackson. Leonard on the wing. Driving in. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Even though he was dealing with a taller defender, he got big and got the job done.
Here's Edwards. And then jammed down as he goes right over Ivica Zubats.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Outside, George. That three off the mark.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Edwards drives in. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
And that one's good, George.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
Left side, Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. No one near him. And it's good, 2 points. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
And the foul called on Edwards. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First two.
Jackson against Russell. Leonard with no one around. Drills it from outside. Leonard's got his third basket of the night right there.
What poise from Leonard on the catch and shoot. He gets the ball and calmly sinks the shot.
Out to the right wing. Towns for three. Here's Gobert. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Entering the league raw offensively, Gobert's developed a few moves in the inside.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Now Edwards. Following the miss by Marcus Morris from deep. Edwards drives in. Out to Russell. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Jackson down low. He's guarded by Russell. Out to Morris. Back to Jackson. Stolen by McDaniels. Russell inside. Jackson on him. And Edwards with the stuff.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
George with no one around. Los Angeles with another miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
McDaniels finds Edwards. Seconds left in the first. Shot from 12. Shot clock at 6. Baseline try. And it's Towns missing.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
And George drops them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point guard position. Here's Jackson. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Jackson's got the ball. Misses from short range. Timberwolves trail by 5. And the pass to Gobert. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. More and more defenses switch everything now, Steve. And if you were coaching, is that how you play it? Is that how you would teach it?
You know, Kevin, yes. Sometimes you have to switch. But I think the best coaches, what they do best is they show you different looks. And timely they'll do it. Sometimes they'll trap it. Sometimes they'll hedge the pick and roll. And sometimes they'll just go under. Well, Kawhi has always been an elite defender. But he's become just as fearsome on the offensive end. You can tell he never stops working on his game.
Now here's Edwards. He has 5. Can't hit that one. Russell against Jackson. Leonard on the wing with the drive, and he uses the glass on the lane. Leonard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
On any given night, Kawhi can just take control of the offense and elite score from all 3 levels.
Now, here is Russell. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Los Angeles leading by 7. Pass to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Here's Edwards. Dishes it to Gobert, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Now George, after D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. Pass to Leonard. Three-pointer. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And the wide open shot from Morris. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. So it's Minnesota now. A 12-point game. Russell dishes to Towns. Back to Russell. Jackson against Towns. They need this, and they pick up 2. Towns has got his first points of the game.
And hey, Towns can drill that shot. The D has to be aware of his touch from mid-range.
Jackson kicks to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
And how about Towns there taking full advantage of that size, just dominating the glass on that second chance opportunity.
Jackson passes to George. Back to Jackson. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Towns. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 10. Edwards. And Edwards is right there. Edwards got 7.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now, here is George. Stolen by McDaniels. Russell kicks to McDaniels. Back to Russell. Pass to Gobert. He'll kick out to Towns. And finished off by Gobert.
Hard to stop Gobert on the dunk. His length gives him a clear path to the rim.
George looking over the floor. Back to Jackson. Down low, Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
An agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
Here's Leonard, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing up. Thanks, David, and we'll be back. Half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Robert Covington out there with Batum, and it's man in at the 3. Here's McLaughlin. Anderson outside. And no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Left side, Wall. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That is his first foul of the game. Now Wall feeds it to Batum. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Batum's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Clippers. Here's Noel. Passes it to McLaughlin. Here's Noel. Shoots over Powell. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Noel.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
The pass to Man. Lets it go with the 3. They grab their own miss. 90 seconds now into the second half. Noel passes to Prince. Clippers grab the miss. Inside, here's Batum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Can't be too physical with Nicholas Batum. That's a recipe for fouling him and sending him to the line.
And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum. Timberwolves trail by 8. Here's Noel. Prince outside. Kicks it to Anderson. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Wall wide open. And again, no good by the Clippers.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Prince misses.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their wing depth becoming the envy of the league. And he's just coming into his prime. So he fits the timeline of their star.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. So it's Minnesota now. 8-point game. Here's McLaughlin, covered by Wall. Anderson against Covington. Reed misses.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. We've heard about player tracking on the court, but now shot tracking is helping players refine their strokes. It measures not just makes and misses, but the arc and the depth and the left to right direction of shots. These systems provide instant feedback to shooters to help them find the bottom of the net. Kevin, back to you.
Sign me up. That is a fascinating story. David, thank you. Powell, the pass to Batum. The kick out to Wall. Outside, Covington. Pass to Powell. There's the 3. No good on that one. And Minnesota now the other way. Here's Noel. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
And that's too quick. When Wall gets a shot that deep inside, it is almost automatic.
Here's Prince, a second chance effort, and that one good. Prince has got his first 2 points of the night.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
And Wall kicks to Covington. To the middle. And stolen by Prince. To the paint. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Personnel foul. Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Powell. And the shot goes in. Powell's got his first bucket in this one.
We see this every night from Norman Powell, putting on his hard hat and going to work.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 10-point lead. Some breathing. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here he'll allow an assist or two when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for Minnesota. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
McDaniels finds Russell. Over in the corner, Edwards. Back to Russell. Over Jackson. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin. Get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
Edwards. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Outside for George. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Edwards dishes to Towns. Right side, Russell. There's the triple. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Russell's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Russell against Jackson. The dish to George. And it's George finishing it off.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
Here's Edwards. It's good.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the 4th quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
Jackson down low. He's guarded by Russell. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's George. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And it's Paul George with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Russell high post. Jackson on him. Now here's McDaniel. He's covered by Leonard. 6 to shoot. Paul George with the steal.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Edwards can't hit. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
And here's Morris for 3.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Edwards kicks to McDaniel. To the inside. Towns down low. He's against Morris. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Russell with the 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. Los Angeles leading by 7. Outside, George. Outside for Jackson. Back to George. Puts up a 3. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. for Minnesota. They've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. Pretty nice efficiency there. Nice shot by Gobert.
Gobert looking comfortable stepping into the spotlight right now.
Now here's Jackson. Outside, George. Outside, Leonard. And rebounded by McDaniel.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
Off target from three-point range. George against Edwards. George with the ball. And so Los Angeles takes the win. They didn't make it. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.